Oh man, so COTI and Algorand are both breaking out / bouncing off really important levels, and we've been waiting a very long time for this. Let's go straight into the charts without any delay, because as you can see here, COTI is bouncing off of this very important 49 cents mark, which we've been speaking about for a very long time. We formed this massive cup and handle pattern, we broke out of the cup and handle, we got rejected at 66 cents, and we've been hovering around this place for a long time, and it looked like we were at one point going to come down to test 43, but there's been a good push in altcoin energy today. A lot of the altcoins are moving in double digits today, and we've got COTI creating 3 solid daily candles off this bottom here. And could this now indicate we're going to get a retest of the all-time highs at 66 cents and finally meet our targets up at the cup and handle technical target of 80 cents. So this is massive for COTI. Let's take a look at the hourly chart and we can see exactly what I'm saying here. So you remember yesterday's video, we got a really good bounce off of this level at the 46 cents mark. We broke down, got a good bounce. We started trying to create an uptrend. We couldn't. Fell out of the wedge again, which was this triangle here. We came back down, met the price target to the downside. If you've shorted that, congrats to you. And then we headed up to an upward trend, right? So now we said we have to create a higher high. Really important. We've been creating higher lows, which is really important, but we need a higher high. I'm not comfortable yet until we break above 54 cents. We've got to break above 54 cents, get out of this box, get above this high here in particularly, and then we've got the green light to go and test the 59.60 cents level as the next price target. So still a lot of work to do here, but this is some really strong candles, and we can see that altcoins are getting a bit of energy today in the wider market, which is really helping us. We need volume to come in to really help us start moving out of this little sideways pattern which we've been in for a while, right? So this is going to prove to be, like I've said for a long time, a really great opportunity to buy. If you were buying really in these depths when everybody else was despairing, you would have been doing very well indeed. Let's zoom back out to the daily to remind ourselves of where we're going. So as you can see, we formed the massive cup and handle pattern, and from this cup and handle pattern we broke out, met the resistance, came back down, and we just sideways too long, right? And that was because Bitcoin was doing its thing. Normally, what you'd want is you come down, test, and you head straight back up. We didn't get that this situation. We went a bit sideways, but we haven't invalidated the head and shoulders pattern because we didn't break the neckline. If we broke the neckline and came all the way down to 43 cents, right, then you've invalidated the pattern. But here, we're still getting a bounce now, so we can still get a really solid bounce off this level and push higher, and it would still head towards our cup and handle pattern. You can see from the EMA ribbon, look at this, guys. Look at this on the EMA ribbon. We've barely penetrated. Well, we're halfway penetrated. We didn't test like we did here. We didn't, wick below the EMA ribbon. So we at no point were we bearish on the daily time frame. And that's why I wouldn't understand why a lot of people were so negative on COTI or expecting so much of it when we know Bitcoin was doing its thing, right? Bitcoin was pumping. It was going for its run. And altcoins are happy to go sideways in that period. Anybody who's been in previous cycles will know that. And so that's why I said I'm not timing this market. I'm not moving my COTI or Algorand or even bigger positions like Cardano or Solana or Ethereum into Bitcoin. I'm going to move those across. I'm not going to move those across. I'm going to just build those positions as big as I can everywhere. And this is the reason why now, because already you could have bought COTI here at, these lower prices, and now you're going to have to be picking it up at 52 plus. So really strong daily candle here on COTI and really sets it up to go and smash our target. And by the way, that 80 cent target is just the start. I still don't believe that so many fundamental catalysts have been priced into COTI right now. I mean, look at that move there. We could be expecting a similar move there. We didn't get as big a percentage pump as we did here, despite the announcement of Cardano and the JED token. So expecting a lot more from COTI now that we've got this bounce. Every time you get a bounce, you get a good couple of days of movement. So I expect that now from COTI, really heading back up and testing 66 cents on the longer term time frame. Now, let's go take a look at our friend Algorand, because Algorand's having a great day too. My voice is going. So Algorand is having a brilliant day as well, but Algorand is breaking out of an even more aggressive pattern because we're getting the breakout of this purple triangle, which we've mentioned is our continuation pattern, which we spoke about yesterday. We had the run up, we consolidated in this continuation pattern, and we were waiting for a breakout. Go check out my video yesterday. I said we need to get a bounce off this EMA ribbon and push us out of this wedge. And this wedge is going to give us a price target, a technical price target of $2.70 on Algorand. So super, super bullish on Algorand. Let's take a look at the hourly. Let me move the EMA ribbon. Let's get rid of that. Let's zoom us in a little bit. And you can see exactly what's happened here, guys. Let me zoom out just there. There we go. So what happened is we entered this wedge here. We know this, and this was a bearish continuation pattern, and indeed we broke to the downside, right? I made it clear to you guys that we could either fall to this level, we couldn't hold that level, so we need to go to the next level, and even worse, we could fall to $1.64 at the bottom of the wedge. I was very transparent with you guys. Now, thankfully, we got a good bounce at the $1.68 mark, and we got a clear bounce straight through to the wedge of this triangle, and now we're looking set to break out of this triangle. Let's take a look at the 4 hourly, and let's just move us across slightly, and you can see this setup here. Now we're getting a nice pattern here setting us up to push through. We've got to create a higher high. We need to see us push above $1.89. We're at $1.84 now. Let's get past this high here, create a higher high, and start trending up. You've got your natural resistance levels, your next major resistance level sitting at $2.13. Can we get some momentum? Can we get some volume in? I want some of this volume back, which was up here. I mean, this volume is very low right now, so that's one of the things which would make you think this could be a fake out. If we do have a fake out, then please expect us to come back to the downside and even break down to $1.33 on the downside. First you're going to go to $1.64, which is what I showed you in hourly. If you lose that, then you can look at the $1.53 at the bottom of the wedge, and then the $1.33. Okay, so that's the order it's going to go in. Let me show you that on the hourly, so you're very, very clear. If we get a fake out, which is when you come out but you don't have enough volume and you come back in, we could be testing back at this level, okay? And we can see if we get a bounce. Alternatively, if you get a fake out and we don't hold that level, you could be coming back here and hoping for a bounce, okay? Worst case scenario is you completely fall down to the bottom of the wedge. So you get your fake out and you fall all the way to the bottom of the wedge. Well, actually, worst case is coming completely out of the wedge. But I think we're going to bounce at one of these key levels. We've already bounced here at $1.68, which shows their strength, and that's when altcoins weren't moving. That's when Bitcoin was doing its thing. Now altcoins are moving a little bit today, which we'll come on to whether we think that's going to last. We'd expect a good breakout here. Now, don't be worried if we get a retest. You guys know I like a good old retest. If we come back down, test our line, and we go retest, you know, it's you don't just, when you break out, you don't just go, whoop, we're going straight to the price target. I mean, I know some meme coin fans will want you to think that, but this is proper charting. You need to bounce, grow, build, fight resistance, build support, and you head up in a sustainable manner. So really nice setup here from Algorand. I love looking at this from the daily view. Let's get us zoomed into here. Come on, there you go. And you can see their perfect little setup here. This wedge, which we've been consolidating in. I mean, this wedge, guys, we've been in this wedge since 13th of September. So this wedge has been forming for a long time. It's perfect with the EMA ribbon as well. Let's get that out. You can see perfect confluence with our EMA ribbon. We didn't lose our EMA ribbon. We never flipped bearish. And now we're ready for a bounce up higher. Again, it's going to depend a lot on what Bitcoin does, guys. We've had a few bounces here before where we tried to get a move. I mean, that's still a decent move. You can't sniff at some of these moves. I mean, that move there is 40%, right? So if you're swing trading, that's still a good move. So, but the question is, are we going to get a move like this where we kind of head up here and get rejected at $2.13? Or can we really go and test $2.55 and meet our longer term price target? The fact that we consolidated for so long gives you impetus, a belief from a technical perspective to think we can really head higher. You know my thesis on layer 1 solutions. I don't need to remind you guys of that. If you're not sure, watch some of my previous videos, and you know that I believe that layer 1s are here to stay. You've got Cardano moving at 4% as we speak. Okay, so Cardano's looking to get some life in it at the moment. It's still got a lot of work to do. It's still sideways in as you can see. Cardano likes to wick a lot. It has a lot of crazy days where it wicks high and wicks low. So let's see where it finishes the day. Can it keep momentum and start heading towards $2.44? That's going to be important for Cardano. Let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance together. Let's remove our EMA ribbon and let's take a look at the daily chart, which is where we're at, and let's zoom out. There we go. And you guys know that I've been pointing for a while to this W pattern which was forming. I mean, I pointed it out while we were in this downward channel, and shout out to MM Crypto, who's got a one of the best crypto YouTube channels out there. He spoke about this W pattern in his video yesterday, but we were a couple of weeks earlier, Chris. You got to give us credit on that one, mate. Over here in London, come on. So we're forming this W pattern, and now if we head up to this neckline here, we can really see an explosion for Bitcoin, and that's what has me a little bit cautious. Now you can see here. Let me just come back in. Let me head over to the 4-hourly. So what I want to show you on the 4-hourly view of the Bitcoin dominance is we've had 3 wicks downwards here on our dominance, right? So you can see that here. We've had 3 red 4-hourly candles, but we're getting a bounce at the bottom of this wedge, okay? So we've seen that before. We've seen it. We've just been channeling nice and upward steadily. So I think this is a temporary relief rally for altcoins. I don't personally think that altcoins are now going to go on a long-term rally. If they do, that's fantastic. Like I've always said to you guys, I'm not somebody that's trying to time this. I'm not somebody that's trying to say, I was all in Bitcoin because it was breaking all-time highs, and now suddenly everything's going into altcoins. I need to buy my Solana, I need to buy my Link, I need to buy my DOT. I'm not doing that. That's how you mess up big time, guys. And a lot of people are doing that right now. I can see the influencers, I can see the people on Twitter, I can see them now FOMOing across into altcoins because they think altcoins are going to crazy rally. They saw Solana up 20%, and they go, I want a piece of this. I mean, let's take a look at the Solana chart. They've just missed out on this in Solana, right? Solana, beautiful breakdown from our triangle. Guys, look, I'm going to make a separate video on Solana because that just broke our target perfectly, and I want to make a separate dedicated video on this. But the point I'm trying to make here on this video is we can't time the market. Just as quickly as altcoins have just rallied now, please don't believe that Bitcoin can't go ahead and go on another rally. So please allocate your portfolio so you can win either way. I'm telling you, I've been in this for a long time, and I'm not trying to time this market. So if you're less experienced than me, please, if you're more experienced than me, please go ahead and do that, right? Props to you for being able to do that, and I'd actually want to take some tips on that. But if you're not able to time the market, then please don't try to do that, guys. Just like, don't be moving your Bitcoin now into altcoins just because altcoins have had a little rally. Please don't, because Bitcoin can still switch. I mean, let me just show you let's take a look at the Fear and Greed Index. Let's get a refresh on that, and let's get a refresh on our altcoin season. But Fear and Greed Index, 84, guys, 84. Come on, look at this. Let me put it on the 1-year chart to give you perspective. 84. You'd have to go back. That's beaten now our April figures there. So you had 76 there. 84 was last seen in 4th of March, guys. This is pure. I mean, 4th of March. Let's go see where Bitcoin was at 4th of March. Bitcoin. Let's go to date. Let's go to 4th March. Where are we at? So 4th April, March. Let's zoom out. There. So April was there. March here. Right, so this was peak FOMO around here when we were in this run up, and look at that, guys. We didn't have much left, did we? So if this was your 4th of March where we had Fear and Greed pumping up, this is where everybody was buying at 56, right? Everybody's buying here, and then we topped off at 60, 66, 64, 800, right, at the all-time highs, and then it was down from there, right? So we're in peak Fear and Greed right now. Doesn't mean that Bitcoin can't keep running, but we know that we can't try time this. Look at this. Bitcoin still isn't in the territory of alt season, right? So if you look at this, we went in Bitcoin season fully yet. We've not headed there. So this still has some room to go. We've had a good, strong Bitcoin month, which we understand it's a fully Bitcoin month, 10 out of 10. But still on this scale, we're not in Bitcoin season yet. And it's still not Bitcoin's year, right? So Bitcoin still got potential to move, and we need to be aware of that and not flip-flap between our altcoins and Bitcoin. That's the surest way to get burnt. So my advice, as it's been all along, is get your allocation right. And I've proven to be right so far, right? I've benefited from the Bitcoin pump, Bitcoin's moved, and my Bitcoin value of my portfolio has done really well. At times you feel bad. I get it. It's a human psychology. You wish you had every penny in Bitcoin when Bitcoin is going crazy, right? But we can't be Bitcoin maximalists, because this morning, when Bitcoin's not doing much, if anything, cooling off a little bit, I'm now happy because Solana, I've picked up double-digit growth on my Solana, and my other altcoins are doing pretty well. Algorand's done a bit better. COTI's picked up a bit better. And then I'm like, hang on, I've been buying the dips on Algorand and COTI and Phantom and these kind of coins, and now they're doing pretty well, right? So this is why you got to be smart with your portfolio. Go into your high conviction plays. Don't try to chase price action too much. If you're day trading, swing trading, that's fine. do your technical analysis, trade, get in, get out, that's a different game. But if you're long-term moving all your altcoins and moving all your Bitcoin, you're setting yourself up for a bit of a tricky time. So there you have it, guys. Algorand and COTI both making great moves, and it's a good day for both of those coins. Critical patterns changing on the daily charts, which is a real good sign, and both have solid technical price targets, which they can truly go and hit. Thanks for watching this video, guys. As always, if you like my perspective of technical and fundamental analysis, then please consider subscribing. That means a lot to me. And don't forget to hit like on the video. If you want to join and become a member of this channel, then please go ahead and click the join button. There you get access to our community tab where you can ask me questions just for members only about TA on your favorite projects. Ask me questions about your favorite projects, coins, tokens, and I'll be there to help you. As always, I'll link the free public Discord link in the pinned comment below. Go over there, talk to like-minded people, ask questions, talk about stocks, talk about crypto, and let's have fun there. I'll be in there too, and we'll see you in the next one.